Hi, and welcome back to another week of the Working Mom Podcast. I again am really glad you're here. I have had a really fun week. I went down to Sacramento and I visited some family and some friends. My mother-in-law had surgery, so we were down there making sure she was okay and helping cook some meals. And I always love spending time with family and seeing people that I don't get to see every day. And I did one of my all-time favorite things, which is eat sushi. I love sushi. I can't get enough sushi. I will eat sushi all the time. But where I live, I don't have a lot of options for sushi. There's one sushi place that I trust, and usually the service is pretty slow because it's traditional Japanese. There's one person making the sushi and one waitress, and my kids can't handle waiting that long, so I don't get sushi very often. So I was really excited. I kind of snuck away on an impromptu date night with my husband and had some sushi. That was really exciting. And we got to see some family and spend some time together, and it's just fun to see the family and the kids growing up, and just they changed so much in such a short amount of time. We're glad to catch up. So did that. I was gone Wednesday night. We traveled. We were leaving town in not great conditions. There was like a break in the weather, and of course as we went to leave, the weather started snowing, and it was very windy and kind of foggy and whiteout type conditions, which wasn't very fun to drive in, so it took us a little bit longer to get there. But it's always nice when you leave at night because then the kids sleep, so not too bad. And we were there Thursday, Friday. I made my big city shopping trips, which essentially means that I went to Ulta. So I got some of my hair products and makeup and all the things that I don't actually get to purchase in store because they don't have the products that I want, and I like to browse and kind of try new things. So did that, and we left on Sunday and drove back into great weather. It was a little cold, but it was great weather, and today it is snowing again, and we're supposed to get about 8 to 14 inches of snow tonight. So I'm guessing that there will be a snow day tomorrow at school, which is always fun. It's a fun balance when you're working between who the heck is going to take time off work. I got the last snow day, so my husband will take the next snow day. And tomorrow I actually have new hire orientation that I have to facilitate at work. There's just that balance, and tomorrow I have to be at work. So I'm really hoping I can get out of my driveway and get to work if there is no school. We are really done with the snow, though. I'm glad my kids will have fun with my husband, and I'm sure things will get done around the house that didn't get done because honestly I still haven't fully unpacked my suitcase. I unpacked all my stuff, but I shoved my son's stuff into my suitcase, so his stuff is still sitting in there, and I have to do that. But I've been working late because I am really excited. This Friday, weather permitting, I have my dental appointment, and I'm finally getting the braces I have waited so long for. So yes, I can't wait for that. I can't even tell you how excited I am. I've always wanted my teeth to be straight, and it's finally happening. Dreams do come true. So I am working on a bunch of different little things at work. I just became a mentor, which is really exciting for me because I was purchased by our current company in April of last year. So we are coming up on a year of me being with this company. And I applied to be a mentor because I really like helping people. And when I was purchased as this employee, I didn't have a mentor. So I had to figure out a lot of things for myself, and I wasn't sure. There was just so much thrown at me. They call it drinking from the fire hose, and it really is like drinking from the fire hose because there's just so much at one time. And when the mentor opportunity came up, I jumped at it because I really got it pulled together, and I know how overwhelming it can be, and I want to be a support system for someone who is maybe being overwhelmed with what they're facing. So I get to do that. And yesterday I was assigned with my first mentee. So I'm very excited about that. I'm also slightly nervous because I don't know, I just get nervous about things, and you don't know someone and things are new and you want to do the best you can. And so I get all of those little nervous butterflies, but I am very excited to help somebody be just to listen to what they need and be that go-to person for support to make sure that they are successful in the role in this crazy transition. So that led me to think about mentors in life. And I firmly believe that you need to have mentors in life for whatever you are going through and wherever you want to be, and that you should be a mentor for someone behind you. I really feel you should find someone who is on the same page as you, your girlfriends and whatnot, that you can talk to. That's very important. But you also need to seek out people who are ahead of you in life so that you have guidance and you have just that mentorship in a relationship to navigate through the things that you maybe don't know how to face. And a mom or, a mother-in-law or a big sister can be great, but you should really seek guidance from someone who you trust and you love, and you can look at their life and say, I admire them, and there are definitely pieces of my life that I want to see look like that when I get older and when I maybe am at that point in life. Or, hey, this person is here in life and that is something that I want to achieve. So you partner up with this person and you basically do life together and just learn from them how they got to where they are, maybe how they have a successful family home life, or how they have a successful marriage, or whatever their position is in their career, how they got there, how they handle it all, how they balance things. Essentially what I kind of run this podcast for, to meet the needs of people in different areas of their life that work. So I'm excited that I get to do that in my career and on this podcast. And I've had some really exciting things happen this week. I had someone really nice I didn't know. It's always exciting when people are listening to my podcast and I don't know them, because it's like, wow, I am getting out there, and I'm making a difference and people are hearing my content and liking it. And someone just said, I heard your Turning Point podcast and it made my day. And that made my day. So there's little encouragements that we can give one another and just uplift one another as women and working moms. I just feel that's really, really important. So that was super exciting. And another thing I am very excited about, extremely excited about, I am partnering with God's Glory Box. It is a subscription. It's like kind of like a Fit Fab Fun sort of subscription. It's the same, you get a box in the mail and it has a bunch of little goodies, but these are all like Christian artists and small like businesses that are supporting this. And they also have a byproduct, or I guess what you would want to call it. They have every box, there is 5 meals provided to someone. So they're keeping track of all of these meals that your purchases are help providing for people in need. And I just think that's really cool. And I'm very excited to partner with them. And I should be getting my first subscription box in a couple days. So I'm going to be doing a reveal of what's in that box and doing a review of what's in there. And here's the really cool part, because I am a girl who is all about discounts. If I can get a discount, I will. Trust me, I have tried a lot of things to get a discount. One time I went bowling and I was talking to the bowling guy and I wasn't flirting, but I was like, I know you're the man that can make this happen. And today is my birthday. And so I know you could probably work out some deal, right? So I ended up bowling for free. I will try and get a deal if I can anywhere. It's a Dave Ramsey thing. Everything is negotiable. So what the heck? Why not try, right? So I have a discount code for you. It's go to the God's Glory Box And when you're going to purchase, the code is the Working Mom 5. That's the number 5, the Working Mom 5. And you can get $5 off of your first box if you get one box. If you get 3, 6, 9, or 12 boxes, use the code the Working Mom 10 and you can get $10 off of your boxes. So really excited. Go to their website, check it out, use it. And I'm really excited to partner with them and review all the things and support other women, other entrepreneurs, other Christian businesses that are doing things for the glory of God. So super, super excited about that. Those are the exciting things happening to me. So let's get back to mentoring and what happens if you maybe don't have a mentor, or how you go about looking for one. I want to tell you that sometimes where you're at, and especially if you're like maybe an introvert and you're not comfortable reaching out to people at this point, you have a plethora of resources in podcasts, in YouTube, and books, and there are just so many things that you can reach out, follow influencers on Facebook, Instagram. There are so many things, and I have touched on it a little bit. If you are into leadership, you need to seek out the leadership people that are successful, such as John Maxwell. Get all of his books. Follow him on Instagram. Listen to podcasts that he's in. Equip yourself for where you want to be and where you are, and give yourself all of the information so you can be successful. I'm really excited. I have a book that I was given, a while ago, and I honestly can't even remember who it was. I was given a couple of books that have the same color, and I can't remember if it was my friend Sharon or my friend Tammy. I'm pretty sure this was my friend Sharon a while ago, probably like 5 or 6 years ago. And it's called You're Made for a God-Sized Dream. And it is by Holly Girth. And it is really about talking about your dreams. And when I talk about dreams, I want to say your dream may be very different than mine. My dream is to be a successful mother, but it's also to be like a person who brings income into this house to support my family. And it's also to grow this podcast and turn this into a business. So I have dreams that you may not have, but no dream is too small or too big. So whatever your dream is, you need to be pursuing it, because God puts dreams in our hearts for a reason, whether they are small. Maybe you just want to stay at home with your kids and that is your dream and God put it on your heart. And so you are going to seek out things that help you stay at home with your kids, or help you homeschool, or help you find daycare, or whatever it is, so you can pursue a career. Whatever it is, small, big, start your own business, be a CEO. It's not outside of God. He is huge and he is big. And so this book, for all that I am doing right now, it just felt like, yes, this is the time. This is when I need to pick it up. And these are some resources that I have for myself if I'm not able to talk to anyone. This person, without even being in my space, is being a mentor to me by the wisdom that is in this book and the wisdom that are in other books. Make sure you're also seeking out people that are credible and resourceful, and that they're solid. You don't want to be seeking out bad advice, but because there's so much out there, you don't want to get caught in a trap of, this person's kind of horrible. So do your research on who the person is before you start listening to their content. But in the God-Sized Dream, she mentioned a couple of things that I wrote down in the first chapter. It's not about what you do, it's about how you do it. And I thought that was really, really important, because what you do, the ends may not justify how you get there. It's about how you do it. What are your intentions? What are you stepping on people to get up to where you need to be or where you want to be? Because that's going to bite you. You never want to do that. You want to, you don't want to be king of the hill. You don't want to push people off. You want to bring people up with you, and you want to you want to pursue life with purpose, or passion and purpose. So whatever you're passionate about, it's there for a reason. I want you to seek out your passion. If you're not sure what your passion is, spend some time in prayer. Spend some time with the people you love, discussing ideas and throwing them out there. I have had so many. I have, from a very early age, wanted to be a singer. I remember listening to country music and Reba McEntire and LeAnn Rimes on the radio when I was a little girl and being like, that's what I want to do when I get older. And it's not something that if the opportunity presented itself, I still wouldn't want to do. Like, I did a whole podcast in my Turning Point talking about part of my singing and what I've done. And now I use my vocal skill to participate in worship teams. So my dream isn't dead, and my passion for it isn't dead. It's just altered for how I use it, and I've really sought that out, and I've had a lot of rejection on the way. I remember I wanted to be a worship leader. There was an opening at my church, this tiny little church in Sacramento, and I really, really wanted it, and I was told no. That was kind of a bummer, because it's something I really wanted, but at the same time, it was a good time for me to be told no, because I didn't know the changes that were coming up in my life, and I was really young, and I now know a little bit more than I did then, and the no was probably a good time, although at the time I was really mad and I didn't feel like it. I felt like I was being judged because I was young, and maybe I was, but that's not really the point, is it? It's about pursuing my passion and my purpose. And I don't think my purpose is to be a singer. I don't think that I never use my passion for singing, but I don't think that's my sole purpose. And our purpose may change in the stages of life that we're at, but you pursue whatever it is with passion and purpose while you're in it. And right now, this podcast and working moms is such a passion for me because I struggled with it for so long and I fought it for so long. And I was always told, I'm not saying a verbal voice told me, no, you can't ever stay at home and you can't, but the circumstances kept coming up. And I was a stay-at-home mom for a small period of time and I really enjoyed it, but I also filled that time with other activities and other things. I am a doer. And so my purpose now is to reach out to other moms and be a support system to them so that they know they're not alone, because it is tough. It is so tough. We have this natural instinct, or this natural, it's like a societal thing that even though we are leaps and bounds from where we were, even 20 years ago, about the concept of staying at home and being a housewife, or, being with your kids, and the concept of, getting a kind of a bad rap for going to work and taking care of the finance portion. To have two incomes is fairly common now, but we still have that nature about guilt sometimes. And I really struggled with it, and I finally came to terms with it and how much of a blessing it was. And I wanted to be a resource. So I am pursuing this with purpose and passion, and I'm so excited about where it's going to lead me. But I do have mentors. I do seek out resources. I meet with 2 women who are older than me, and it's not always consistent. It's fairly consistent, but life is crazy. So we're very flexible with one another about, I can't do it this week because I'm out of town, or I have this event, or there's a trip, or my family's coming into town, whatever it is. We are very flexible and open about trying to meet and being intentional about meeting when we do meet, and we make the time very special, and we talk about life and passions, and it's just a very loving thing to do. And I seek those women out because of their knowledge and their love and their passion for Christ and their passion for what they do. One of the people that I seek out is Cheryl, and she happens to be the pastor's wife at our church, and she has a huge heart for women's ministry, and she was very inspirational to me in my mindset of It's okay to be a working mom. Did you ever think that this was a gift? This is something you were given to do? And I had never thought about that. I honestly hadn't. I thought about how much of a burden it was and how much I was missing. And she really, and I told her this a couple Saturdays ago, she's really a big part of my finding this passion and finding this purpose. Because she was a working mom, and she's a pastor's wife, and she was a working mom, and she had no guilt. She really has like this lack of she's just not judgmental, and some people are very judgmental, and she really, I love meeting with her because she's so smart, and she's full of wisdom, and she's just a kind person and a good resource for other women. And I want that from her. I want to pull from her and gain all this knowledge. And I just love spending time with her. So she's my person above me. And I have lots of people at the same level of me. I have lots of friends with children that are married. Kids are around the same age, roughly, or, and I have such a big range of kids because of our pregnancy issues. I have the 8 and the 2.5-year-old, so I have quite a big gap. Normally people have like 2 or 3 years in between each child, and I don't. So I kind of have this wide range of people that are at my level that I can talk to about the things that are going on right now, and we can go through them together. And this is something I'm trying to get better about. I went to a conference, and it was talking about passing the baton. And I can't remember what the lady speaker, her name was Katie, I think, and she was from Seattle. But she was talking about running the race and finishing the race. And we had like these batons that we were supposed to give to someone that we were passing it down to, and that we kind of wanted to bring alongside and mentor. And I passed the baton, and I've done nothing. I have done nothing. And I'm really focusing on this right now, but I also need to remember that there are people looking up to us, our children, babysitters that we may have, someone's little sister. Someone is always looking up to us. And it might be people at work too. I mean, your staff, if you have staff, they might be looking to you for mentorship and you don't even realize it. So you want to be a mentor to the people. That's more like a role model. A mentor is very intentional. It's very like, hey, we're in this together. So I need to step out, and I even said this to the person I passed the baton to. I said, I have been so busy, I haven't done anything. I haven't, and I just said it. I'm like, I'm so sorry, we need to get together. I have this, and this going on, and after those things happen, we're going out to lunch, and I'm going to take her, and we're going to talk, and I get to share the things that I went through, because she's dating a boy, and it's very, very cute. But I want to be a person that can be a positive influence in her life. And again, it's great to have a mom and those people. I'm not putting those people off. But it is nice to have someone outside of your center circle, about a center family, that can mentor you and share different parts of their life with you, to grow you. And it's really about growth and reaching where you want to be, becoming who you were intended to be, finding out who that is. Sometimes I think it takes trying things to find out, no, that's not really for me. That's not what I want to do. I remember when I was thinking about school, there's several times I thought about school, and I went to school a bunch of different times. I was going to do dental hygienist one time. I was going to do marine biology one time. I was a music major at one point. And I think I just stopped, and I was like, I'm just going to do whatever this general ed thing is and figure it out. And then the recession hit, and I was like, oh, well, I'm going to be an accountant. And for a season, that has worked for me. And now I actually like the HR stuff. So I'm just learning as I go and growing, and my purpose is kind of moving and shifting. But I'm always pursuing it with intention and passion. And that is why you need to find a mentor, someone who can kind of help you, mold you. And maybe that mentor just says to you, or shows you, that this isn't something that you want to do. You're not passionate about it. Do you like doing it? Sure. Are you passionate about it? maybe not so much, maybe just like this on the side. So I really encourage people to find a mentor and find resources, find someone at your level and above your level. And in your career, make sure you pay attention. Even if you can't get this person to be a mentor, there was a podcast, it might have been a podcast I was listening to, and it was talking about, no, it was my book. It was my book by John Maxwell that I'm reading. It was talking about when you're looking for a mentor, it doesn't mean you go straight to the top. You go to someone who is 2 or 3 levels above you, and you reach that level. Because honestly, if you go straight for the top to the CEO, that person might not have time because they're mentoring people, right below them a couple of steps. So you measure where you want to be, measure the steps, and seek out those people. And some people are going to fail you. So I don't want you to put all your stock into a mentor. I want you to know it's really valuable to find a mentor, but don't put all your stock in them and put so much faith in this person, because they're just people and they can fail you, but they can grow you in so many ways. And if you are a person that has a dream of any sort, find a mentor who can come alongside you and ahead of you to show you how to get there. And it's just going to be extremely useful and extremely helpful. And seek out all the resources you can. And time is not an excuse. I'm just going to say it. Everybody's busy. Everybody has the same 24 hours. Most of us have kids. Most of us have sports. And most of you who are listening to this podcast have a job. So you have to prioritize. You just do. And this should be a priority. It's not something that is selfish. It's not. It's something that God put on your heart that you have a passion for, and there's a purpose, and it serves His kingdom. Know that that's not selfish, and you need to pursue it. So I'm really excited about where all of these things are going, and all of the people that have reached out and are supporting me in this. I'm really excited to be partnering with God's Glory Box, and I can't wait to show you that. And next week, I will have braces. So life is just full right now for me and full of exciting things. And I can't wait for you to reach out to me. I really, really want to connect with you. I want you to tell me what your dreams are, what your goals are, what you're working at, and what you're doing to find a mentor. So make sure you reach out to me on social media. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me at my Facebook page is The Working Mom Podcast, and my Instagram, which is just me doing life. So follow me doing life. You're going to see me without makeup, working out, messy hair, kids, and all. Just do life with me, and follow me on Instagram at Sandy R. Wessel, and I will hear from you soon, hopefully, and see you next week.